Your boy, hey, checking the whole nine, baby. What's going on with you? Let's rap tonight, baby. You know what it is. You live on the block with your boy, checking the whole nine. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here to give you my thoughts on the Sean Puffy, Combs, raid, and all the things that's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm right there in the middle. I'm right there in the middle, man, as far as my opinion on everything. I'm not going to be against. I'm not going to be for. I'm right there. I'm just here to lay some facts down. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, I am. Check it. Where they at?
Come out and play. I know we had to do a remix, right?
He ain't doing no remix for a long while right now, man. He's sitting back chilling right now. I don't think he's doing no remixes right about now, man. What you think?
Come out.
That's what the feds was saying. The feds was saying that. Where
I
you
know we
at?
had to do a remix, right?
The Fed says, Puffy, where you at? Nah, man, listen. I mean, I've been on these blogs, man. I've been on the internet, you know, gathering information and hearing other people's thoughts and opinions and they just blowing it up, man. I mean, if you want some likes and you want some views and you want some clicks, you're gonna definitely get it, you know, on this particular news on Puffy and Bad Boys and his son and Stevie J and all them and the whole Bad Boy crew, you know, Gene, everybody, man, 50 Cent, all of them. So let me make some adjustments real quick with my phone. Give me a minute. Let me let you listen to this real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Give me a minute. Let me write it out with Bad Boy real quick. We can write it out real quick. Hold on. Let's pause. Okay. Listen. Bring it down some. Okay. Check it. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm not against Puffy. I'm not really for Puffy. But I'm just telling you right now what my standpoints are with the whole situation. I rocked out with all the Bad Boy. You know, Mace, Biggie, Lil Kim, Lil C's, everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't deny uh, Sean Combs, P Diddy, Puffy, Brother Love, whatever you want to call him. He did his thing. And to some who knows what he did behind the scenes, and to some who don't know what he did behind the scenes, it's a 50-50 thing. It all depends on who you know that part of the person. You don't know. The only thing you know is what you see on the outside. But the ones that know what he does behind closed doors and off camera, those are the ones that know him, okay? But it's going to be kind of hard to convince people who have a good opinion of somebody if they only see what they see from the cameras and they like the music, they like the production, they like the artist that he put out there, he promoted, they like the flashiness. I mean, that's hard to, break somebody from that just because that type of person don't believe in rumors. You got to show them proof. In the way the world is now with the AI, you know, piecing things together and things like that, you can make anybody to be, you know, a villain or a bad person or shut them in a bad light. So it's easy now, but back then you got to show proof. Now all you gotta do is put some pictures together with some music and some lips moving and some lip syncing together. You're gonna make people believe this is what this person said, this is what this person did. So hey, my thing is wait till the evidence come out. Everybody got this man P Diddy convicted before he even found guilty. Okay, my thing is I know a little bit about the legal system. Yeah, I was in some trouble when I was younger coming up. I've been through some of the laws and some of the prosecutions and things like that. So my thing is, yes, I think that was excessive far as force, and but like I said, I heard some things about Puffy being cocky, being arrogant, and being stubborn and being, above this person, that person, and he can't be touched. And then you also hear it in some of his music. Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying? And we still gonna be on top. He says it all the time. But you don't get to be where you at by being a soft motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to be where you at being soft. Just imagine you being a boss. I don't care of a carpet company, of a clothing store. If you selling tapes on the corner, if you out here, man, hustling bean pies, whatever it is, you can't make money if if you tell somebody these are $10 and they say, I got 3. You came out saying I need to sell 10 pies for $10 to make this much money. But if you go out there and people give you different prices from what you set out to get, come on now, you're not gonna get to your goal. You're gonna get out there and say you're a hustler, and they hustle you. So you want to say $10. All I got is 3. Move on, brother. You ain't got 10. Move on, brother. That person gonna say you jive, you wrong, you this, you that. Move on, brother. The next person in line might have $10 for me because this is what I'm trying to get for this. Next, $10. I got it. That's 1 down. We got 9 to go. And you're going to have some other people in line like this brother who just left, sisters, brothers, whatever. All types of shades and ages. It's going to give you flack. But then when you get done, it might take you a week, might take you 2 weeks to get those 10 pies sold, but you reach your goal of getting 10 pies sold at $10 a pop. You set out to do something and you did it. And you shook off all the bullshit coming your way. That's basically what you do as a boss. But if you a soft ass, you're gonna take $2, $3, $10, $7. You're gonna take whatever because you don't know your worth. You don't know where you're trying to get to. Just give you a small example. But they say, Puffy, you have to be a shrewd person to get where you at. I don't know not one person who's not kind of confident. You can call it cocky or arrogance or whatever it is, but they're cocky and arrogant because they know where they're trying to go and they know to get out my way because you ain't talking my lingo, my language. Get out my way. But for those people, you're telling them to get out your way, and you might say it nice, and this person being rude, this person's delaying you of getting you through the crowd, and then eventually you're going to start acting kind of rude a little bit. Ain't got time. Come on now. Excuse me, sir. To that person, man, he wasn't nice at all. I figure he'll give me his autograph. I figure he'll give me a chance. You can't be nice all the time. You gotta be, be straightforward. But my thing is, when it comes to Puffy, when it comes to P Diddy, he's arrogant in his own way. But when you're dealing with other people on that level, that they have something and they're millionaires and they're billionaires, you can't come in here being soft. It's just what it is. You can't be on the drug corner trying to sell an ounce and there's people out here trying to get over on you. You got to come through like, hey, I got this ounce. I'm trying to get rid of it. If you trying to rob me or whatever, that's just the way it is. If you come in there and soft, hey, I got to have an ounce. Oh, soft nigga right here. We're going to clap him. So you got to be somewhat type of cocky, confident in your own way to get where you need to get to. Okay, let's get that established right there alone. Now, my thing is this: they raided his place, yes, okay, and I'm hearing they had to establish a search warrant, okay, and they're gathering all this information up due to the lawsuits, the civil lawsuits that's out there, and I believe in some of the lawsuits. I definitely would believe Cassie's, okay, because she's been with him for 10 years, and if somebody knows they have something on you, you gonna pay up. If you don't think they have nothing on you, you ain't gonna pay up. Okay? If you think you got more money than that person and you can just outweigh them and outdo them with lawyers and popularity and power and whatever, you go ahead, try your luck, and you're gonna be arrogant in that fashion. So I'm thinking behind the scenes, because I've been hearing things allegedly that she was demanding some money, 30, 40, 50 million, whatever it is, allegedly. And he was like, no, because I'm puffy. He ain't going to do it. I'm P. Diddy. I'm powerful. Who are you? All right? But then secretly, she had things going on with her little thing, tapes, videos, whatever, proof. And so when she went public, she called his bluff. Oh, he said, oh, no. He shut that down. That was his biggest mistake. I agree with everybody out there that's saying that. That was his biggest mistake of letting that get out to the public. But the cockiness got in the way of him giving up that 30 million, 50 million bag, allegedly, whatever he gave up. That was number one. But that might have been your cockiness, his arrogance got in his way, and that's what kind of screwed it from there, and it snowballed. Got out, he want to sell it right away, but that's where he screwed up at. Now, the situation with Little Rod, okay, that's going to come in third, because these other two females came in the mix, and they was just regular type of stuff of what they went through with him, and he probably figured that's some regular type of civil suit I can just prolong, toy with, play with, get my lawyers on the case and handle that. Might give him 500,000, whatever million, hush it up, bam. I'm Bad Boy Records. It'll fade away. But then when this Little Rod came out here, my opinion, if he knows who he's dealing with, I'm pretty sure he did, because what he then gathered, he knows who he was dealing with. Okay, and he was a producer and produced certain songs on certain records. Okay, and in order for you to stay there that long, and he knew something could happen to me and my money and my contract, because he did it in the past with other artists, allegedly. Almost everybody he worked with, allegedly. Okay, so what he did was, when he was in the mix with all that rah-rah gay stuff, funny stuff, parties stuff, whatever, he was secretly filming. He was secretly getting audio. He was taking lightweight sneak pictures. And he probably was performing some of the stuff so he can play it off. Because I don't believe he didn't do none of the stuff. He had to engage in some of the stuff, my opinion, allegedly, to get somebody to feel that you're changing, or I'm trying to mold and develop. I got to show some type of progress to P. Diddy that I'm going with it a little bit. But if you're just denying everything for 18 months, what can you get on somebody? You got to blend in and give up a little kiss, give up a little hug, give up a little feel, okay, to get that person comfortable so you can get him in a compromising position like he's doing other people. He just ran the same game that he ran on everybody else, but he had to play it off to do some things. He probably ain't mentioning that, and you guys ain't hearing that. You guys are hearing that it was unwanted, activity towards him, unwanted. You never heard, I think, but once or twice that he was engaging in any of it. It's not like he was just there doing producing music and wasn't doing anything. So now, when it came time to get that money, that bag, that cream, that whatever you want to call it nowadays, that bag, he seen Cassie, and that was the floodgate for him. That was the green light. He was just holding that, and he didn't know when he was going to use that to get his money. Because don't forget, he was still there when he was trying to get his money. He was still there. And just happened to be that Cassie thing came out, and then that was a green light for him. That was saying, bam. But without Cassie doing that, he wouldn't, I don't think he would have had an inkling of an eye when to pull that card out. Okay? But since that came out, that was the green light. That's what I'm saying. But to go on all those boats, if I was with somebody and I'm not like that, I'm feeling uncomfortable, and it was that sinister, that crazy, and niggas is feeling on me and grabbing me on my butt, my crotch, my balls, my whatever, kissing on me, I'm like, man, I'm out. Fuck this shit. I'm out. I'm out. I can't take it no more. He did 18 months of this shit. 18 months. Yeah. What he say? What, yeah, I'm just being real, man. So now, that was some real slick shit on his part, because you had everybody rolling in his favor. You got Jaguar saying this, you had 50 Cent saying this. Then he knew once that came out how that was perceived in the public's eye with Cass. Oh, he knew he had something. So Puffy just called his bluff because he figured this was the same playbook Cassie was using against him. I got proof. That's what Cassie said. I got pictures. That's what Cassie said. I got this. That's what Cassie said. I'm filing a lawsuit. So he figured this was going to be like a Cassie, but he don't have any proof. But little that Puffy or whoever did not know, he was plotting this shit the whole time he was there. That's why he got so much shit on the King of New York. You know what I'm saying? So now, let's just jump from all that and go to the search warrant. Now, Puffy is messy. He is messy. He's flamboyant. He's arrogant, and that will get in the way when you do stuff for so long. You was tight from the beginning when you was eager to get the bag and eager to be a millionaire, eager to be a multimillionaire, to be a billionaire on paper, okay? And throwing records out there, signing groups and things like that. You get arrogant and you get sloppy and you get relaxed. And then you beat cases and cases and cases, so you get like, and you ain't paying attention to detail no more. So he let this brother and Cassie slip through the progress. There you go. So he was thinking everybody's going to be like them other two victims. These two are serious. But in this world nowadays, you're guilty on social media, and that can not help you when it comes to judges and juries and things like that. But they also still got to prove everything what people were saying. Like they said, Puffy was on the run. And then when they heard the news media saying his jet was in the air, his jet went here, his jet went there, his jet went there. And everybody's saying he's on the run, he's on the run. But like they said, I heard some reports, allegedly, that he charters out that plane when he's not using it. That's how you make money without spending your money to maintain your jet. Is charter it out to other people who's flying different places, who's high profile and whatever. There it go. But if it comes out to be he was in Miami, he wasn't on the plane. Then they gonna switch up and say he had evidence from the plane. We don't know. But I've been hearing way back, even current, Puffy got people working for LAPD on his payroll and other places, New York and other places. So if they was doing a raid, don't you think somebody probably tipped them off from LAPD or from Miami or from New York or whoever, and then got rid of the stuff he needed to get rid of? Okay, so he ain't worried about it. But then all these things, everybody's looking at one side of the story, and you ain't looking at both sides of the story. What's being told and what's being proven. Nobody's saying what could be proven. They're only saying what they're hearing, and they saying it spells trouble, trouble, trouble. You know what I'm saying? So listen, let's go back and let's do a little something for P Diddy. Yeah. Let's ride for P Diddy real quick. Hey, let's ride now. Cause we out here feeling life. Life is good to us. We ain't the one worried about going to jail. All right, that's enough. But listen, facts. The search warrant was executed, and I'm finding out that his house is in Bad Boy Films' name. Not his name, is in the company's name, and then it's in one of his daughter's name. So where that lies him at, if that's not in his name, who does the blame go on? On the company or the daughter or what? I know the feds can put pressure on the daughter and put pressure on the daughter so he can cave in. But then they know it's not the daughter who's doing that. They want him. Okay. But like I said, I'm hearing other things now, allegedly, about this liquor company, multi-billion-dollar company. Puffy got his arrogance stepping in the way. Cockiness. I made this brand. They've been a billion-dollar brand before he got to them. Okay, he's licensing his name out to everything, to fur coats, to Sean John, to jewelry, to Ciroc, to whatever. It's a licensing deal. I get it. Most of y'all don't know about licensing deal. Okay, they made the vodka, the ingredients or whatever. He just tasted it and said, "Yeah, I like this," and slap my name on it, and this is the name I want to use for this particular thing. That's how it goes. But he got too cocky, and his name was in the news on some lawsuits and things like that. And they was working with other clients. It's just business. It's business. They put more attention towards another client, and they kind of let him a little bit on the downside. And he didn't like that. I'm P. Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm the king of New York. I don't give a damn what they say in the public. I made y'all. They didn't care about that. So he put a lawsuit out and saying prejudice, racist. Okay? So now, I believe that's who started all the bullshit, because they got lawyers. They know judges. They know congressmen. They know prosecutors. They know people in high places. And sometimes they have to smack your ass to show you who's really in charge and who really made you and who put you on this plateau. Because Puffy, you ain't in here making the goddamn Ciroc. You ain't up here bottling this shit up. You ain't up here distributing this shit out here. You ain't the one. None of that. Your job is easy. Make a video with your artist and drink that shit. Bad Boy, Ciroc, you know what I'm saying? Vanilla, French. Hey, that's the easy part. But these people are doing the hard work, putting the labels on there, putting bottles, ordering that stuff. Make sure the quality control is there, everything. When the sales is dropping for them, it's like an NFL player. When you come out of college, they draft you, they thinking you're going to do big things. In the first year, you do big things. Second year, when you start falling off, they start to worry. And they go to the next player who's hot. It's the same thing. So Puffy been hot for a long time. it's time to start cooling off. He didn't like that. So that was kind of like a smack in the face. But then I guess they showed him. Now let's jump into this theory about him extorting people and doing these freak offs with everybody, like the Jeffrey Epstein type thing, allegedly. Okay. Now let's say if I had cameras in my house and I am inviting people over so I can get footage on them with young girls or just females, period, and they're married or whatever. Congressmen, judges, artists, whatever. Exposing if they're bi, gay, or whatever. And they're married, got kids, so that you can hold something over them. Correct. Now, let's say he do got something over the people he was doing business with the liquor, with Ciroc, and he got some tapes on them. And he been threatening them. I can release this. I can do this. I can do that. But listen, they got that much power. They got that much control and influence. They got some influence over the media and all that. Let's create this problem for him. Let's use this lawsuits to gather up a search warrant. Listen now. Listen to me. The elite, he got shit on. Okay? Middle grade, higher ups, lower ups. He using that as power. Let's just say they plotted to make this raid happen so they can get to the evidence, so they can take the evidence away. Now he don't have no power because he don't have no tapes. Now, this was all a ploy to say drug and sex trafficking and wild parties and whatever it is. Maybe the wild parties is true, but the drug trafficking, you don't know. But listen, just make this a thought. What if they created this raid and said it's about sex trafficking and drugs just to raid his houses to get those tapes? I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying, right? That's something to think about. Now, let's just say they're using Little Rod and Cassie a reason why they can get a raid, so they can get those tapes. And let's say if he had some backup and he had people inside of the LAPD and other places that they gave him the insight and gave him a tip, and he got it all out of there before they got there. Now they're back at square one, and they didn't get it. If they didn't get it, and he still got it, I don't think they're gonna press no charges. If they have probable cause, that's all that is. Probable cause by what they heard and gathered from in the lawsuits. Now check it. If they had enough evidence in the lawsuits and what Little Rod said he has, pictures, videos, audio, they would have arrested him right then and there. And whoever else was involved, he didn't have enough evidence to get a conviction. Maybe an arrest, but not a conviction. They have to have a search warrant. Show it to the judge. They can manipulate that little bit of information and make it seem more potent than what it is to get the search warrant. And when they get there, they're looking for additional evidence they can put on top of what they got. If they don't get nothing extra, nothing is going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. As simple as that. He knows too many people and got too much stuff on that this thing can be a major domino effect for some major players and major high-profile artists, people, actresses, governors, judges. Anybody that knows him and that's connected to him. So this thing can be huge. He got favors. Hey, they got me. pull some strings for me, or go over here, that angle. Hey, they got me. Pull some strings. And you know how in any other case out there, people lose evidence. Prosecutors lose evidence. They say they have evidence, but when they get to trial, they lose evidence. This shit happens all the time. It may seem so screwed up and fucked up while it's being built up, but when they say, like OJ, the blood was tainted, the footprints was okay, the glove. So hey, it looks bad, but who knows if it's going to be a conviction? Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon for conviction, but they don't know what type of evidence. They ain't telling you. Nobody knows nothing. It's all hearsay for clicks. I'm just trying to stay in between because I don't know too much or nothing as far as evidence. I just know what the accusations is and what the rumors are flying around on the internet. They're flying so fast I can't even keep up what's going on. The internet is broken. It says P. Diddy. It says Puffy. It says Love. It says Bad Boy. It says oh shit. It says 50 Cent out to get you. It says a lot of shit with Puffy's name associated with it. So everybody's eating off this story right here. But what's going to happen if he gets not found guilty or not being charged? And then he's going to say, damn, he got some clout. Damn, he got some power. Damn, he got connections. No, y'all dumb asses was jumping on the bandwagon because sometimes you hate. You hate to see a black man up. Yeah, I hate to see black women that's cocky and step on little people. I hate that shit too. But hey, if he's arrogant, he's arrogant. But if you want to be around him to do business with him, then you're going to do a deal with the devil. So Little Rod knew what he was dealing with. He knew what he was dealing with when he got hooked up with Puffy. It's like everybody knew about R. Kelly or what they heard. So why would you bring your daughter to R. Kelly if you're hearing this through the internet, hearing it through fans, hearing it through other parents, friends, and relatives? Why would you deliver your child to somebody if you heard this? Unless you got an agenda. Like the parents did, they had an agenda. Little Rod had an agenda. He was going to get paid regardless. In the end, he was going to get paid. Now, some say, why would you want to press charges against Puffy and he's in jail? He has an estate. You could still sue when somebody's in jail. And his estate has to pay up lawsuits. Like Michael Jackson, he passed away. They still suing him. Elvis, they're still suing him. The estate has to sell out lawsuits. So do your research properly before you say, yeah. Don't jump on the bandwagon. Get the truth to some of the shit that you're hearing. Okay, I heard it. Let me do my due diligence on the 5 things I heard off the internet from 3 or 4 or 5 different interviewers. And then come to your own conclusion. They got to prove that one. They got to prove that one there. But it looks bad because everybody's believing what they're hearing. Okay. The property, they're in his business name and his kids' name. Okay. On the drug mule, the guy, he had personal drugs on him. But the media is saying he is the drug mule. A mule is when you got keys, pounds of weed, barrels of liquid type of shit, bags of pills. They caught him with personal use. Like if you was driving down the street and you had 4 baggies on you, that's personal use. And your bond is $2,500. You getting out on $2,500. Now, if they say he was caught with 2 keys and 1,000 pills and so on, yes, that's drug trafficking. That's attempt to deliver, to distribute, all that. Now they got you on something. But this right here is nothing to tell on somebody for. Puffy gonna say, you better not say nothing. I'm giving you $1 million. I'm giving you it. That's nothing. $2,500, $2,500 bond. They're gonna give him probation. You don't need to cooperate with no shit like that. You just don't. You just don't. You probably cooperate when they got you on some really heavy shit and you ain't got no money to pay a lawyer $1 million something for a high profile case. You got to turn to him. You got to ask him to help me out. And then he's going to tell you, your bond is $1 million. I got you. But you got to take the fall. I'm putting your shit up in escrow. You got to do the time, whatever it is. Like Shine. I'm just giving you facts. There's not enough evidence for that man to be a drug mule. So get that shit out your mind. That's some personal use. If he is, they just didn't find the evidence on that one. So shut that shit up. All right? You live on the block with your man took a whole nine. Shut that shit up. Okay? On that drug mule thing right there. On the sex ring. Listen, the man's throwing parties. Now listen, I threw some parties back in my day. I had a little club, I had a little bar. And what I did is, hey, to draw people to the party, I go get strippers. It's an all guy party. I go hire the person who has the strippers. He's the one got the connection. I'm just paying him to bring them, and then strippers is gonna get paid for the people who's giving them tips. So if Little Rod, if I was a person that's in the room, I'm gonna say, hey, he had women in there. I'm not running a sex ring. I'm calling the John to bring the people in. If that's the case. Now, if that person is bringing people in over state lines, they're in trouble. I'm thinking they're in state to dance. But whatever they do in the rooms, and I catch it on camera. But yeah, you probably can get me for blackmail, whatever, if they get the tapes. They can prove I'm trying to blackmail or he trying to blackmail somebody. Yes, but you got to see if the evidence is being retrieved before you say, got you. They pulled some boxes out. You don't know, and I don't know what was in the boxes. Don't forget, Bad Boy made a lot of videos, a lot of movies, a lot of everything, interviews. We don't know if that was Bad Boy Entertainment videos of Mace and Puffy and Masters and all that. They're taking any and everything that was data, hard drives, everything. And that's why they say it's going to take a little longer to search through all the data. If they don't find nothing on the evidence, the case is right there where they started from, what they got from the lawsuit. That's it. So they're hoping to get more evidence on foot, but they want to put this out there in the public's eye because they know you are going to pump this shit up. There you go. I'm just saying, the houses is not in his names. Okay? The videos or guns, you don't even know if the guns are legal. You don't know if the guns are legal. The Rod said drug trafficking and guns trafficking. You don't know if those guns was his, registered to him, or his company that they pulled from the properties. You gotta wait and see what the feds and Homeland Security and CIA say what they got. You can't say, yep, they got the guns. You just don't know. So quit jumping the gun on all this. Just let the stuff play out and see what comes about it. Because some people don't like Puffy. Some people like Puffy. Some people just deal with him because that's an avenue to get into the business. And some people avoid getting caught up with that crazy sex shit. Hey, it could be true. It could be partial. It could be not true. Hey, my understanding, that's your man chucking the whole nine. I'm just laying it down for you on what can be true and what cannot be true. You got to keep a sound mind and judge it for yourself and not let somebody else judge it for you, and you go what they say and go run and tell it the way they told it to you. You got to analyze everything you hear on the internet, on these videos, and what people are speaking upon, and you analyze it and see. Then you spread it. You got to say, I heard it from them. People talking like they They seen it for themselves. When they talk to people, they act like they seen it for themselves. And they heard it from an interview. So I'm talking to you from experience, from small stuff to major stuff. It happened to me. I got a little bit of insight on how the court systems work, how the raids work, all that. But they wanted to go big so it can be on the news big, so all the news people can cover it, so he can be guilty before he even found guilty. Okay? So the sex trafficking ring, they got to have proof. Somebody else could be bringing some females in for him to make his parties live. If they have tapes of him filming underage people, then now he's connected to that John. Not saying he's ahead of it, but he called that person. And if he keep calling that person every single time, from this party, it's the same girl. Different party, different month, different party, different month, different year, same person, same connection. Now he knew these people was underage. Then you have a problem. Okay? Let's slow it down. Pump the brakes, baby. Okay? Let's go ahead and get into another P. Diddy banger. He all about the Benjamin. That's all I know, man. He does get money. He all gets money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He do. You can't deny that. You can't. You can't deny that. Yeah. Listen.
Now, what y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers?
Yes, sir.
Who be dipping in the bins with the spoilers?
Yes, sir.
On the low from the Jake and the Taurus, trying to get my hands on some grants like Hall.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what he's into. Making hits, stacking chips, and everything legitimate. It seems like it. that was a quote from Sam Snead. Didn't get that recognized. But look, my time is up. This your man, Chucking the Whole Nine. I just figured I put my little 2 cents into it. If you got any comments, drop it below. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna speak on different topics I've been hearing out there in on the internet, in the streets, what comes to my ear. But I'm gonna analyze it. I'm gonna give it to you raw and uncut. This is the block, baby. I'm gonna give it to you straight from the block, live on the block with your man, Chucking the Whole Nine. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I don't condone sex trafficking at all. If he's found guilty of that, take his ass to jail, lock him up, throw away the key. I don't get down like that. I don't get down with all that gay shit, all that freak off shit. If that's what he does, that's what he does. Okay? And then that blackmail shit, that's some wrong shit to do. Blackmail somebody trying to get somebody drop a pill in their drink and they all woozy and shit and you got them all compromised. If you know this shit about him, why are you even drinking, period, at this party? Like Denzel said, I leave and go shut my face in a place because sometimes you got to go to certain parties because it's in your contract. It's in your contract to go to certain parties, at clubs, people's houses, and just that don't mean you're involved in the same shit people involved with when after midnight, after 12. Nah, don't condone everybody that goes to the man's house. Don't do that. Don't condone people who do business with him and then they thinking they don't know shit. Half of people don't know shit. They hear shit, but they don't know shit. But the ones that know shit, they ain't gonna say nothing because they might be compromised or they might be trying to get somewhere to be affiliated with him. And they're working on that. So other than that, you got some who don't have no affiliation at all. Them the ones who talking the mad shit. Okay? But other than that, it's your man, Chucking the Whole Nine. I'm out, baby.